Hello Year 5 students, today we are going to review some of the questions in our semester 2 exam, since some of you still made mistakes in answering them. Then after this discussion, you are going to do a worksheet as I post in your classwork. First, let's discuss stars. Why do stars look small? And how is a planet different from a star? Stars look small because they are very far away from us. A planet can be different from stars because it can be smaller or bigger than stars and is not glowing producing their own light. The first fact of stars is that all stars are born in molecular clouds. Molecular clouds are cold, dark, giant condensations of dust and molecular gas which serve as stellar nurseries. Second, stars are so far away from the Earth. Even through the large telescopes, they appear only as tiny points of bright light. Third, stars seem to twinkle because we see them through the layers of the atmosphere, the gases that surround our planet. The movement of air and dust in the atmosphere bends or refracts a star's light in different directions. Because the light is scattered by the time it reaches our eyes on Earth, stars appear to twinkle. Fourth, the Sun is the star that is closest to the Earth. Some stars are bigger than our Sun and other stars are smaller, but they are so far away from Earth that they look like tiny points of light. Differentiate inner planets and outer planets. Enumerate the planets under them. If the question asks you to enumerate, it means you need to mention or list them one by one. So we have 4 inner planets and also 4 outer planets. Here they are. First, the inner planets. The 4 inner or terrestrial planets have dense, rocky compositions, few or no moons, and no ring systems. 3 of the 4 inner planets, Venus, Earth, and Mars, have substantial atmospheres. All have impact craters and tectonic surface features such as rift valleys and volcanoes. The term inner planet should not be confused with an inferior planet, which designs those planets which are closer to the Sun than Earth, which are Mercury and Venus. The second type is the outer planets. The 4 outer planets or gas giants, and sometimes also called as Jovian planets, collectively make up 99% of the mass known to orbit the Sun. Jupiter and Saturn's atmospheres are largely hydrogen and helium. Uranus and Neptune's atmospheres have a higher percentage of ices, such as water, ammonia, and methane. Some astronomers suggest they belong in their own category, ice giants. All 4 gas giants have rings, although only Saturn's ring system is easily observed from Earth. The term outer planet should not be confused with superior planet, which designs planet outside Earth's orbit. How many planets in our solar system? We have 8 planets and not 9 planets anymore, since Pluto has been excluded as a planet. It is known now as a dwarf planet. The most interesting things that we should know about the solar system are planets. Now we have 8 planets in our solar system since Pluto doesn't exist anymore as a planet. Let's look at them, starting with the ones closest to the Sun, going to the furthest. The closest planet to the Sun is Mercury. Then Venus, the planet that we live in, the Earth, Mars, Jupiter as the largest planet, Saturn, Uranus, and then the furthest is Neptune. As you can see, Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars are closer to the Sun and also smaller than Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. What 2 substances does Earth have that allow it to support life? The answers are water and air. But since not only us living things in the Earth, so do not just mention oxygen for describing air.
because plants also need the carbon dioxide to do the photosynthesis for making their food. The air that living things need are oxygen, carbon dioxide, and nitrogen.
And the last stop, the Earth. Earth is a hard and rocky planet. There are high mountains, valleys, volcanoes, and even some craters. Earth is different in some different ways since it is covered with water. Also, the air is made of nitrogen, oxygen, and carbon dioxide. It is just right for us to breathe. Earth is home for people, plants, animals, and other living things to live because it has both water and the right kind of atmosphere. The highest temperature ever recorded on Earth is about 60 degrees Celsius, and the lowest recorded temperature is about minus 85 degrees Celsius. Do you know when the first picture of the Earth was taken? It was taken in 1968 by American astronauts when they did spacecraft traveling to our moon.
Identify the similarities and differences between Jupiter and Saturn. You need to remember that both of them have a ring, even though the Jupiter's ring is not as clear as Saturn's ring, but it is so thin.
Jupiter is the fifth planet from the Sun. It is the largest planet in our solar system. All that astronomers can see when they look at Jupiter through a telescope are the tops of the clouds in its atmosphere. These clouds are made of frozen gases such as ammonia and water. These colorful clouds cover the entire planet, making it look white, brown, red, and orange. Jupiter's Great Red Spot is a storm which has been going on for over 300 years. The atmosphere is mainly made of two gases, hydrogen and helium. Deep in the atmosphere, the gases are pressed together so much that they turn into liquid. It would be impossible to land a spacecraft on Jupiter, because a spacecraft would be crushed. Jupiter is icy and rocky moons. It is surrounded by a thin ring. Jupiter also has 63 known satellites. Jupiter's four largest moons are called the Galilean moons. They were discovered by Galileo, the first person to use a telescope to look at the heavens. They are Ganymede, Callisto, Io, and Europa. These four moons are very large. Some are even larger than the smallest planets. Jupiter's moon, Ganymede, is the largest moon in our solar system. Saturn is the sixth planet from the Sun. It is famous for its extensive ring system and has similarities to Jupiter, such as its atmospheric composition. On the top of Saturn, we can see the clouds that are made of frozen gases, such as ammonia and water. But Saturn's clouds are not colorful as those covering Jupiter. Saturn's atmosphere is mainly made of two gases, hydrogen and helium. The pressure of the atmosphere is so great that a spacecraft would be crushed too. Saturn has the most spectacular rings in the solar system. These rings are made of billions of small chunks of ice and rock. Each of these pieces is like a tiny moonlet that orbits Saturn just as the big moons do. Even though these white rings stretch out far beyond Saturn's cloud tops, they are probably less than 30 meters thick. Saturn has 60 known satellites. Saturn's largest moon, Titan, is the second largest moon in the solar system.
Describe Earth's satellite. Earth has two types of satellites, the natural and artificial satellite. The natural satellite of Earth is the moon. Since we discuss about solar system, so describe the moon.
A satellite is an object that orbits another bigger object in space. The moon orbits the Earth. It takes 27 days to orbit the Earth. That's why the moon is the Earth's satellite. It is also known as a natural satellite. The moon is our nearest neighbor in the solar system. It follows a path or orbit around Earth just as Earth follows a path around the Sun. Our moon has mountains and valleys. It is covered with craters. The surface of the moon is rocky and covered with dust. The temperature on the moon can reach 130 degrees Celsius. Because there is almost no atmosphere, the temperature can drop until minus 110 degrees Celsius at night. There is no life on the moon because there is no water and no air. 12 American astronauts landed and walked on the moon between 1969 and 1972, and they didn't find living things on it. They just took pictures and collected lunar rocks and dirt. They used it to study more about the moon and found out that the surface of the moon is much older than the surface on the Earth.
Describe the differences between Earth's rotation and Earth's revolution.
The Earth spins on its axis. But what does this mean? Look at the following picture. Imagine an orange with a pencil stuck through it. If you hold the pencil in your fingers, you can spin the orange around. The pencil is the axis of the orange. The Earth does not really have a pencil through it, but it does spin around. We can imagine a big pencil through the middle of the Earth. We are on the Earth. Let us imagine we are at the point where you see the red X on the orange. The sun shines on the Earth, and so we at X see the sun. We call that daytime. But the Earth never stops spinning, so we at X move around into the shaded part of the Earth. Then we cannot see the sun any longer, and it is nighttime for us at X. The Earth spins right around in 24 hours, so it will take 24 hours for us to come around to the same position you see in the picture. We call 24 hours a day. When we say a day, we really mean a day and night. Together they last 24 hours. If we are at position X, we move past the sun, but to us, it looks as if the sun is moving. The sun seems to move from the east to the west. The sun seems to come up or rise in the east, move across the sky during the day, and go down or set in the west. But the sun does not actually move. Look at this picture. Can you describe it to me? This picture shows us the position of the sun, the planets, and moon. The first picture might be telling us that the sun is revolving around the Earth, but that's absolutely wrong. The second picture tells you that the planets are the ones revolving around the sun. The sun is in its fixed position, the center of the universe. Since the scientists also had found out that it is actually the Earth that moves around or orbits the sun in oval path. The orbiting or revolving of the Earth around the sun is called revolution. Please set your eyes to the illustration at the center of this slide. As the Earth orbits or revolves around the sun, it will take 365 1/4 days for it to complete the revolution for the Earth to go back to its original or first position. And look at the small illustration upper left. The Earth itself is spinning on its own axis. The Earth rotates once in about 24 hours with respect to the Sun, but once every 23 hours, 56 minutes, and 4 seconds with respect to other distant stars. This rotation gives us the idea of one day. We learn from this slide that the Earth is rotating on its own axis in 24 hours while at the same time orbiting or revolving around the sun. So there, we learned that the Earth takes 365 1/4 days or 1 year to orbit the sun once. That is why there are 365 days in 1 year. We can see it in our calendar. So an extra day is added to February every 4 years. In that year, there are 29 days in February instead of 28 days, and the year is called a leap year. Try to check your calendar.
I think that's all for our discussion today. Thank you for all your effort in our e-learning. Kindly proceed to do the assignment. Thank you.